Moving on to the Marxist BLM leader buys $1.4 million home in ritzy LA enclave. This comes from the NewYorkPost.com, so you know it's legit. Now, I do not care if somebody wants to buy a fancy home. I don't care if Bernie Sanders wants to buy beachfront property while he says that California is going to be underwater within 10 years. I don't care that Bernie Sanders rails against the millionaires and billionaires until he sells a book and becomes a millionaire. Then he switches it to just the billionaires. I don't care. But like, if this person wants to be a Marxist leader, as she does, then maybe be a little less flagrant with your love of capitalism. Let's read a bit. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrice Coolers, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, recently purchased a $1.4 million home in an exclusive Los Angeles neighborhood where the vast majority of residents are white, according to reports. The home, which features 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, is nestled in Topanga Canyon and has separate guest houses on the property, according to a celebrity real estate blog, which reported the transaction last week. The property, which is about 15-minute drive from Malibu beaches, features bamboo floors and vaulted ceilings, according to the listing. Once a hippie enclave in the 1960s, Topanga Canyon is now home to sprawling homes where 88% of the residents are white. After the sale of the property was made public, critics took to social media to blast colors. It can't be colors, right? Black Lives Matter, which began a hashtag in response to the acquittal of George Zimmerman in 2012, shooting Trayvon Martin, took in more than $90 million last year and was at the forefront of protests across the country last year after the death of George Floyd. And by protests, you mean violence. So it doesn't matter, you know, you do you. My stance does not change. Like, you should be. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be allowed to make money. I'm not even saying she shouldn't be allowed to make money off of a non-for-profit like BLM touts to be. But and I'm also not saying that the money that she's spending on this very fine house in a very white neighborhood, I'm not saying that came directly from BLM donations. I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Either way, though, if you're going to push Marxism, she's also, part of a group that's pushing for ending the nuclear family and removing fathers from the home, which sounds an awful lot like, what the government did back in the 60s and 70s with the drug war. So she can buy her house. It's all good and well, but if you are still going along with this, if you're still following blindly with people who say that Marxism is the way to go as they live their lives in a capitalist utopia, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else you need to hear. Like, your leaders, Bernie Sanders is a millionaire now because of capitalism. Bernie Sanders is saying that climate change is going to cause California to be underwater, and he's buying beachfront property in California. And this BLM leader is buying $1 million mansions in primarily white neighborhoods while talking about, the disproportionate distribution of wealth amongst minorities. Good for her for making a quick buck and buying some nice property. This is more a statement to you. Wake up. She's not on your side. She's making bank off of convincing you to stay poor.